all doing today? I am so excited. We are testing out a full new face of makeup. This is just a reusable bag. This doesn't help you at all. But I went to Target today because Winky Lux just released their makeup at Target. And Winky Lux is not necessarily a new brand, but it is brand new at Target. And I felt like it was important to try this out for you guys because they have almost everything you could want as far as a makeup brand. But it is new and it's not the most affordable option at Target. It's still pretty affordable prices if you were to compare it to Sephora. So I wanted to give it a try to let you guys know if it's worth it. We are gonna hop right in because, like I said, there's literally an entire face of makeup in here. So I really wanted to test this brand out because they've got a little bit of everything. And I feel like if you are more of a casual makeup wearer, Target is a really easy place to find your stuff because you don't necessarily have to walk into this intimidating makeup store with professional artists trying to sell you things. You can just grab a mascara while you're also grabbing like shampoo and like potatoes, I don't know, anything you can get at Target. So it's a much more casual environment, and I feel like that lends itself to being a much easier place to shop for like the average makeup user. So when a new brand launches, I feel like it's important to give it a try so I can let you guys know if it's worth spending your money on. I literally have pretty much everything. The only thing that they didn't have was a blush, which I kind of thought was weird, but it's like they literally don't make blush. I looked on their actual website and they don't have blush. But other than that, we got everything else. So I'm starting first with a primer, and this is their So Whipped primer. Whipped cream primer is a skin primer with a whipped cream texture for a fluffy application experience. Blurring technology gives the appearance of a smooth, poreless skin. So I should mention too, this is a K-Beauty brand, I believe. So K-Beauty, I feel like, has been really, really trendy throughout 2019 and 2020. Whoa, this is a crazy texture. It feels like a marshmallow. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's like bouncy. It doesn't have a scent, which I kind of like. I don't know how much of this you need to use. Gonna take like that much, and we'll just pounce this on into the, I feel like that was a lot actually, because it's like one of those pore blurring primers, so I don't really want to use that much. Okay, and let's finally apply this primer. It actually feels really nice on the skin. It is extremely pore blurring. Whoa. I don't know if I've ever used a primer that has canceled out my pores as much as this. That's great. Hopefully it doesn't like clog my pores in the future. I feel like this is one of those things where I'll have to wear it maybe a few times to know if I like it, but I don't have a pore blurring primer right now like this. I'm assuming that, yes, so the number one ingredient in this is dimethicone, which is essentially silicone, so it's going to just really, really fill in those pores, but it is something that your skin can be sensitive to. So just pay attention to that if you are someone who doesn't like a lot of dimethicone in your products or silicones. You might not like this, but if you're not using it every day, I feel like this would be a good primer. I like that. Let's go ahead and move into foundation now. So I moved you guys in just a little bit closer for foundation, so hopefully you can get a good idea of the coverage and all that good stuff. This is their White Tea Tinted Veil. So this is a tinted moisturizer. The nice thing about this is that it also has SPF 30 in it. This packaging is like gorgeous. I should have taken a photo of the display at Target because it is such a cute display. It's got like neon lights and this like flower banner thing. I don't know how to describe it, but they really went all out. It really looks like a Luxe brand, and it kind of makes paying a little bit more for some of these products worth it because they do set it up in a way, not necessarily worth it, but they kind of set you up to be like, Hey, this is one of our more prestige brands. This packaging is really cool. So this is like a matte soft touch pink, and then there's like rose gold around the cap. We love anything that is calming and moisturizing, so I'm all in. I am going to apply this with my beauty sponge. I've been really liking the EcoTools sponge recently. I don't know what prompted me to repurchase this, but I just decided to, and I'm really glad I did. Also, I picked up the shade Light. There was a fair shade, but I felt like going out on a limb and seeing if I was light, not fair. Might be a bit dark, but we're gonna make it work. It should be a running thing in my videos to see if I can ever get my foundation shade right. I'm always so like optimistic that I'm not insanely pale, and I don't know why I even bother with that. Okay, this is fairly heavily fragranced, but I don't know that it's necessarily like fragrance, or if it's just that white tea that's infused in it. It smells good. Nice. Application, it looks very natural on the skin. Feels super lightweight. I'm not sure how much like coverage I'm necessarily getting, so we're gonna do the usual and add one more pump on here. See if we can build it up sort of on those cheeks. I almost don't even like feel like I need to as much as I normally do because that primer is so nice. So this is really like making my skin look flawless. This seems really nice. This might be like a shade dark for me, but actually I do think that in the summer, or if I have self-tan on, this will be a reasonable shade. So I like this. This is super natural looking. I will keep you guys updated in coming videos and probably over on Instagram whether or not I like this. And of course, I'll always do a little roundup at the end of the video. But applied, it's really nice. It is a great finish when you apply it with the Beauty Blender. It's like nice and natural and dewy. I don't know, I like that. Okay, we're jumping into eyes, and to make sure I give this a fair shot, I used my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So the normal primer that I use all the time. And I picked up their Mermaid Kitten palette. Again, this packaging is adorable. It's little kitty cats that are mermaids, and I love all the foiling. Like it does look luxe, like it looks nice. But I think this eyeshadow palette was $25, so not horrible when you're thinking about an eyeshadow palette. It's not necessarily the cheapest either, but you get 9 shades in here, so that's a little look on the back. And then this is what the inside of the palette looks like. And you do get a mirror in here. And it's a nice mirror. You know how sometimes you get a mirror in a palette and you're like, that's a funhouse mirror, like can't even see myself? This is a nice mirror. These are not necessarily like you wouldn't maybe think of these as necessarily the most wearable shades, but I did want to give this a try because I don't really have a palette that has a lot of these colors in it, and I just felt like they were fun. So we're gonna try and do something. I apologize. I have a bad habit of talking and reaching for brushes that are in front of me and just like putting my face in the camera. Nobody wants to see that. Why do I do that? We're gonna start with the shade Pink Sand. And I do just want to say I probably applied that foundation like 2 minutes ago by now, and I can still smell it. So if you're sensitive to scents, just beware. I don't know if this Pink Sand is going to show up in my crease, but we're gonna give it a try. It's my kind of go-to, is laying down a good crease color. This is actually a beautiful crease shade. It's like a very nice peachy color. It is showing up. It's not too crazy. I'm just going to take a little bit of this goldy shade called Sand Dollar, and I'm just going to put that on the brow bone. Ooh, wow, okay. That is more highlighted than I thought it would be. That's really pretty, actually. And we'll put a little in this inner corner. For now, that's going to get covered up by concealer. That's really pigmented. That's a gorgeous shade. I love this. If you guys use MAC, this actually reminds me a lot of MAC Nylon. I've never reviewed MAC on my channel. I don't use it that much, and I've somehow talked about it twice in this video. What's happening? I'm gonna take the shade Topless and put that on the center of my lid. Ooh! You guys, this is gorgeous. This reminds me of my very favorite shade in the original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. There was a shadow like this, and I would wear it on my lid literally every single day because it's just such an easy color to pop on the center of your lids, and it can look really, really natural. I just am taking a little bit more of that Pink Sands. You guys, I'm very pleasantly surprised with this palette. Like, this is a beautiful eyeshadow look. Of course, I did something really neutral because I do think that this makeup's gonna be a little more light coverage. I don't know, I really like these. I wanna swatch a couple of these other ones for you. First, I'm gonna take a little bit of Seafoam, which is this white, and I'm gonna see if I can't just put that on the center of my lid maybe. Add a little pop. This formula is like a little bit harder. It's not necessarily as buttery, but it's a cool color. Then I'll take the shade Siren. Like this like duochrome metallic-y formula is really nice. Look at that shade. And I will also swatch the shade Under the Sea for you guys, which is the other blue. Ooh, that's a cool color. That's really pretty. So, all in all, I like this. Like, I ended up doing something that was very subtle, but it's really pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the eyes like this because I don't wanna go too crazy today, but that palette is really nice. Honestly, I got it because I was like, I wanna step out of my comfort zone. I don't necessarily just wanna get another boring neutral palette, and this is nice. It makes me want to try some of the more bright in your face shades a little bit later. So if you want to see me using the darker shades, maybe do like a blue-green look, let me know. That'd be something fun I could do over on IGTV. I haven't done videos in there in so long. Okay, I'm just kind of chatty today, and that's, you know, that's just how it's gonna be. Let's do concealer, my favorite thing. I think if someone asked me the item that I have the most of in my collection is by far concealer. And I'm not even sorry about it. So, this is their Peeper Perfect Concealer. Again, the really beautiful pink and gold foil packaging. This has collagen and hyaluronic acid in it. Now, this specifically says it is a full coverage formula, and that you're only supposed to use a small amount and apply it with your fingertips. So I'm gonna listen to that. I'm not gonna go overboard. I'm gonna try not to go overboard, and I'm gonna apply it with my fingers to give it a fair shot. This packaging is so pretty. It's got gold foil on it. It's really, really gorgeous. I got the shade Fair. So I did go to the lightest shade on this. It actually says to warm a small amount with your fingers. I don't know what a small amount is for concealer these days, but I've got like that much on my finger. I'm gonna warm it between the two. This feels wrong, but whatever. Okay. Now I will say for a fair shade, this is not very fair, but they were not kidding. A little goes a long way. I could have used a quarter of the amount that I just put on my face. I don't even know if I can just blend this in with my finger. This is way more full coverage than the foundation was. As much as I want to listen and just blend this in with my finger, I don't even know if that's like gonna work. We're gonna take the Beauty Blender and attempt to help it along. This might be the dewiest concealer I have tried recently. This is nice. It's not necessarily It's a little dark for what I like in a concealer, but it is pretty. I don't know. I think I like it. It's not creasing, but it does feel like that lightweight texture that you almost would want to set it pretty quickly because it might move around. So that's what we're gonna do. This is their diamond powder. This I got in the shade Light. I love how all these things have the really beautiful floral packaging, but then they add little elements to tell you what it is. Like this has little diamonds on it. The concealer has little eyeballs on it. Like it's just really cute and thoughtful packaging, which I love because I'm a designer. Okay, ooh, this is just straight up all gold. This is beautiful. Comes with a little thingy that I never use. And then we have the powder. Honestly, also a pretty nice mirror on here. We are just going to take a little contour brush that I just use as a multi-purpose do whatever I want brush. And I'm gonna dip into this powder. Honestly, so this is the shade Light. Again, it's a little dark. And I find that interesting because this is a K-beauty brand. And normally their products tend to not have a very good deep shade range. I feel like it's set super well. It's not very mattifying. It's not like falling into my lines. And I do think it brightens a little bit. This might be my favorite thing I've tried, which is kind of crazy because powders are normally kind of boring. But I really enjoyed that. This is the Winky Lux Cafe Bronzer. I got the shade Mocha, which is like the medium shade. Fingers crossed it's not too dark. Again, this really pretty gold packaging. This might be confusing if you do get multiple products from them, but ultimately not that big of a deal. This looks like a nice shade. It kind of smells like coffee, not a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and we're just gonna go in. I've been having a time with bronzer recently. And because I do not have a blush, I'm just gonna make sure to take this sort of on the cheeks as well. Just pretend like we're doing a really deep neutral blush. Honestly, I like that look. I do that quite often. When I go to work every day, I never put on blush. I just put bronzer everywhere. It does the trick. This is nice. It sort of has a weird smell. It's not necessarily like, I can't tell if it's supposed to smell like chocolate. But applied to the skin, I think it's nice. No complaints there. Not necessarily anything that's like crazy good though. Like it's bronzer. Let's go ahead and highlight. This guy gave me problems. This is the world's little tiniest barcode. I had to sit at the self-checkout and try and scan it about 35 times. So this is their Strobing Balm, and this is in the shade Bubbles highlighter. Pretty packaging, still has that like gold feel. Everything feels very cohesive. The funny thing is that the foundation is rose gold and everything else is gold. I don't know what that's about. So this is what it looks like. It is a cream formula. Oh, it's got a lot of slip to it. Pretty shade. A lot more oily feeling than, say, the Flower Beauty one I've tried recently. Which, that's not a bad thing. That is bright, girl. Woo! Okay, we're gonna be blending this out with the blender, don't worry. I'm worried. This is a pretty shade though. I do like cream highlighters. This literally, I look crazy. Literally, I said I look crazy, and what do? I'm dipping in to put more on. Get it together. Okay. Do I have a highlighting problem? I don't even feel like I normally wear that much highlight, but I feel like I enjoy applying highlight. Is that a thing? This is pretty. I like this. In person, it actually looks very much just like your skin, but a little more glowy and juiced up. I feel like this would be beautiful to wear on its own. All right, the next eye product we have is the Winky Lux liquid eyeliner. This is waterproof. Hopefully it doesn't stay on my eyes forever. But if you want a good waterproof eyeliner, then maybe this is it. I thought I specifically got the one that wasn't waterproof, but they might both be waterproof. Also, I apologize if I hold a mirror directly in front of my face while trying to do this. I'm not great at liquid eyeliner, okay? Okay. This is black and it is really, really pigmented, but it is really pretty. So I didn't do like an intense cat eye or anything because I don't feel like that really matches the rest of this look. I just more wanted to try it out, and this is really nice. It's very pigmented, very easy to use. I will say, I kind of feel like there is like a lot of alcohol in here or something, because it's sort of, there's acrylic resin, which is the second ingredient, and it kind of freaks me out. Like this sort of, I don't want to say it stings because it doesn't sting, but when I applied it, it felt a little bit like, I don't know, and I don't know if it's normal for acrylic resin to be the second ingredient on eyeliner. If you regularly read eyeliner ingredients, let me know. That kind of freaks me out. I don't know. Now I'm scared of it. I like everything else I've tried, but I like this. Like it worked and it looks nice, but I'm slightly afraid of that. Slightly afraid of that. Okay, let's continue on with mascara. This is the So Extra Velvet Plush Black Mascara. I'm picky about mascara, and most of them don't do enough for me because I have no eyelashes. But this is cute. This packaging is cute. It's purple and it says So Extra, which is literally me. I feel like if there was one word that people would use to describe me, it would be extra. So the wand looks nice. It's not as fluffy as I like, but I like that it's like the natural hairs, not the plastic ones. I think I like this. It does a good job of building up the lashes. It looks nice on the bottom lashes. It didn't smear mascara all over my lids, which that's actually a problem I've been having with my Bambi mascara that I tried a little while ago. This is what I've been using every day. I feel like I got a similar result with this and it wasn't super messy, so I like that. I don't know if I like it better, but I would recommend this. Like, I do like it, so that's exciting. We love a good mascara. So I have two things for lips. I have their Creamy Dreamy Shea Butter Lipstick, and actually lip products is the only thing I've tried from this brand previously. It wasn't in a YouTube video though, it was on my Instagram, and I tried. If you've ever seen the cute little lip balm that's clear and has a flower in the middle of it, that's this brand. Winky Lux is like, that's what made them famous. That's what I know them from. But now they've released all this other great makeup and they're in Target. So they're more of like a traditional brand now. But so I tried that little flower lip balm and I did not like it. But it wasn't really the brand's fault. It's because it was one of those like pH balancing lipsticks, and those just turn a hideous color on me. So this is their creamy lipstick. This is in the shade Leche, which it's like this dark deep brown. This is actually darker than I thought it was gonna be. Like, this is the color of the box, and this is the color that came out. Even though this is darker than I thought it was gonna be / wanted it to be, I'm glad I picked up this shade. I don't actually have any other lips this color, and this is really pretty. It is like a deep, cool tone brown. I like that. And it's actually very comfortable on the lips. When I opened it up, it looks very shiny. Like, I thought it was kind of gonna be like a slippery mess. But this is nice, and the packaging, this is so tiny. Like, this takes up no space in a bag. I love that. Now this, I don't even know how practical this is. Like, I don't even know if this is gonna look good on my lips, but this is the Winky Lux lip oil. It is called In the Stars, and this is just, it was too pretty to pass up, if we're being honest. See if I can get this out of the packaging. Look at how cute this is. I don't know if you can see because my camera hates me and won't zoom in, but it is a little lip oil, and it's got gold glitter all through it and gold stars. I love that. It doesn't smell like anything, but like, it doesn't smell very good. Also, I probably shouldn't put this on top of like a dark brown lipstick, but we're doing it. That's nice too. Feels, I don't know, I need to try this on its own on my lips to let you guys know. I feel like on top of the lipstick it's a bit much. Shocking. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated on that, but I think this is nice. I don't know if you necessarily need it. I feel like it was like $18, which is kind of a lot, but it is really freaking cute, so depends on what you're into. That is everything. This is the final look. I'm very happy with it. I like all the products that we tried. I think there were some real hits, and I don't feel like there were that many misses, if any. I feel like I talked a lot during this video though, so let's quickly rapid fire through all the products. Primer is a yes. This did fantastic. My foundation is sitting on top of it nicely, and it didn't get weird when I put water on it with the beauty blender. Like, this is good. If you need to blur your pores, this is nice. This I also think is nice. I don't know how I feel about it fully. I don't hate it. I don't think it's my favorite crazy, wow, this is the best thing ever. I will be trying this out more, and I will keep you updated. I do love that it has SPF in it, and the packaging is like, I mean, come on. Powders. Let's talk about the bronzer and the just the pressed powder. The bronzer is nice. It's nothing special. Like, if you want a nice bronzer, yes, this is great, but don't feel like you have to have that bronzer. This powder, on the other hand, I really like this. Like, this is a great under eye powder. It looks so natural. It did brighten up a little bit, which I needed because the concealer was a little bit dark. This, I would say, go get your hands on. The highlighter, this is beautiful. I feel like it's been a little distracting throughout the video. Like, I probably went a little too overboard, but can you really have too much highlighter? I don't know. This concealer is crazy. It looks really nice on the under eyes. I'm upset that this is the fair shade because it's not fair. What is that? But this would literally last you a lifetime. So if you want to make a purchase that you know is not going to run out within like a month, get your hands on this. I feel like I could have actually covered a majority of my face with the amount of concealer that I used. Eyeliner, it's nice, but I'm a little scared of it. We've touched on that. The mascara, also nice. I did like this. I think it's doing pretty comparable to the Baby mascara, which I've been using recently, but I'm just gonna have to keep wearing it. This eyeshadow palette is surprisingly nice. I feel like drugstore palettes are very hit or miss. This is nice. I can't recommend the neutral shadows, the more neutral palettes fully because I didn't try them. I just tried this one. This one's gorgeous. You could see I did something very subtle and neutral on the eyes with this. But I would imagine that you'd probably be safe with those other palettes as well. Lips. I actually like this lipstick. I was a little freaked out when it came out of the box being this dark. But it's actually a very unique shade, but it looks nice. Like it looks like a good, it has a nice tone. Don't necessarily need this, but if you think it's really freaking adorable, like I do, then you might want it. Also, if you like stars, it's very cute. I feel like it's one of those things you would pull out of your purse and use and your friends would be like, oh my god, what is that? I need that. That's so cute. So yeah, that is everything. That was my rapid fire through. That was not that rapid. And this is the full face. Again, I've been doing more like neutral looks because I feel like, I don't know, that's easy to do when I'm testing a whole full face, and probably more likely what you guys will be using the products like as well. If you want to see some more crazy fun looks, let me know because I'm down to do that. And as always, if you liked this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I don't think I thanked you yet for hanging out with me. It means so much when you guys click on these videos and watch them. I have a great time filming them, but I love to see other people enjoying the content as well. So, if you liked what you saw, stay tuned because there will be more videos coming. I post twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys very soon.